Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this is actually the first layout that I am doing for whales, at least on camera. I do have two that are done, but it was the opening page, which there's hardly anything on it really because it's a 6x8 photo. The other side of that is also a 6x8 photo with minimal stuff on it. So I figured I'd start with this, the first real layout. So on this side I have a 3x8 page protector. On this side this will be a full 6x8 page, but I have to work in two photos. I've already picked out this paper because I'm trying to bring out the green that's in this photo as well as in this photo. And these pictures, when I went to Wales, I started in Dublin. So I took a ferry over. And when you get to Wales, you land in Holyhead. If you've seen Harry Potter, they mentioned the Holyhead Harpies. This is where that would be. So Holyhead, Wales. And this is the little sign you see when you come in. This is the Welsh dragon. And then this is the terminal. In Holyhead, you have the ferry terminal, but then the train terminal is kind of connected. They're both right there. So you actually get to see both. And so there tends to be a lot of people milling around there because they're either coming or going by a train or ferry. And then this was just on the little conveyor area where you pick up your luggage if you checked a bag on the ferry. So just some fun photos of when I first landed. Since I had never done it, I didn't know what to expect, so I thought they were kind of cool. I do have to say that 3x8 is a newer size for me, so I don't have a lot of stuff that comes in 3x8, but I do have some things here in this envelope. This is an old envelope from an Allie Edwards travel release. And I believe most of these are either from her or they are digital files that I printed from in a creative bubble. But this is kind of all I have to work with. So I'm going to look through here and hope that I can find something that will work with this. Well, I thought I was looking for something with color, but I think I'm actually going to end up with black and white. There is black in here, so that's not a problem. And I think what I'm going to do is cover up these two. I think I may just put my photo right like that. You'll still see this at the top, but I kind of like it as a design element. It doesn't bother me. And then I can say evidence of landing or coming ashore. I don't know what I'll say there, but I think that I can cover it up like that and it'll work. And I still have room. I could add some kind of an embellishment up here because this is just dead space. So I think I'm going to choose that one. Then I have to figure out how to cut these down because they're too big as they are. All right, I cut down my photos and I think this is about where I'm going to place them. I reserve the right to change my mind, but that's what I'm starting with here. And then for over here, I think I'm still going to leave that, but I found two little flair. This one's a flat one. That one has adhesive attached to it. And these are just in my general travel stuff. So I didn't have these set aside for Wales, but I like that it's black and white and I can put it right there. I was thinking I would stamp something that maybe said arrival because I know I have a stamp that says that, but I like this better. It gives it more texture, a little bit of a 3D element. I like that. And then this one, because there's a lot of red here and only a little bit here, I figured maybe I can put it on this side and maybe overlap it. I'm also wondering if I maybe need to map these photos and do maybe just 1/8 of an inch in white so that it brings out the white that's over here. So I'm going to think about that next. There you can see them with the white mat, and I do like that a lot better, so I'm going to attach those. Here is this side with the photos adhered and with the flare on there. So then I just have to figure out, I'll probably put something down in this corner as well. There's a lot of dead space. And I have room over here so I can overlap some things, which would be helpful. And then I'll have this right here. And then I still need something up here to kind of offset the other things that I have going throughout the layout. With some of the more generic stuff I had in my bin that I had gotten ready for Dublin and Wales, I had these in there. These are some old stickers, label stickers from Kelly Perky. And the red and the green are good matches, so I could certainly use those down here to overlap and to just stamp something maybe. So I'm definitely keeping those in mind, but then I'm also going to grab just my stash of travel stickers and ephemera and just see what else that I might be able to add here. Okay, I have found a couple of things that I might use here. First of all, I have this almost used sheet of stickers, and I just have this black label here, and I could use that to mix in with those. Then I have these stickers from Everyday Explorers couple, and I like this one that just says on the go. It's very dark green, so it matches this background here, and I figure I can layer that up over here. And then on this old sheet of cardstock chipboard stickers, I have this. It's red, which is perfect, and it says Wanderlust, which is perfect, because I basically checked into the terminal, you know, made sure I could get my bearings, and then I was off to try to find my room for the night. So never a dull moment, always wandering. I've started my layering here, and I'm just going to cut off the excess of a label here because I don't need that. There we go. So I have that done, and then I layered the chipboard sticker on top, and then I just have to take off this one and layer that probably somewhere right below and a little off center. All right, you can see here how I decided to layer it there, and then I am just going to put in a mini staple right here. There we go. That might be all I do with that one, but I'm not sure. I could do a little black splattering if I wanted to. I could add in something else up here too, just to give this more weight. Not sure. I could also do something up here if I wanted a visual triangle just on this page. This one is kind of its own thing, so I'm not counting that. So actually, it does look kind of plain. Maybe I should find something for up here. I realized that I still had the little piece of this left that I cut off. So here it is. And I could use that to overlap up here to get my triangle going. And then all I would need is something small in there. That's a really tiny space to stamp, so I don't know that I can do that. So I'm going to look to see, do I have any kind of tiny sticker or embellishment or something that might work in that space. I pulled out a bunch of my travel stamps, and I found this set, and I think this is an older one from Cocoa Daisy, but look at that tiny geotag. That will fit perfectly in that space. So I'm going to stamp it, I think, in red. The stamping came out great, so there you have it. I feel like maybe I still need something else up here, and I like this darker kind of hunter green, so I'm going to see if I have anything else in my stash in that color that might work. I do have these, which aren't perfect. Whoops. They're closer. They're a little big, so maybe I could layer this one somehow. I decided to layer that green label right there at the top, peeking out from under the black one, and then it leaves me enough space where I can also stamp on that one. And I have this old set from Kelly Perky, and I want to use this boat. It sure looks like a ferry. Doesn't it look like a fair ship? I think it does. And it should fit right there if I do it carefully in that space. I did the stamping and it came out perfectly. I do want to mention that I used StazOn because the surface of this label felt a little slick to me and I didn't want it to smear, so StazOn is always the best bet when it comes to something like that. I've also now figured out what I want to do up here. I think I'm going to take this green label and I'm going to stamp on that as well. I'm doing a lot of stamping on this layout. In this same set of stamps, I was thinking about like what else could I use. I actually like this one that says arrival time. And I thought I was going to do, you know, arrival down here, but this works out well because I can stamp it on here and then I can talk about the time that I arrived because it was a beautiful sunset and then dark very quickly. So I actually had to go find my room for the night in the dark. So I do want to mention something about that and I can include the time. I've done my stamping here and I actually did it while the sticker was still on the sheet, just to make it easier on myself so I could place it correctly and everything. And now I can put it on here, and I think I like the line kind of showing, so I think I'm going to put it down a little bit here and cover up this dead space, like this corrugated metal here. I don't really need to see that. So I think I'll do it like that. This leaves me enough where I can still get a mini staple in there if I want it. Cut off the rest, and actually I may end up doing what I did over here and saving this extra little piece because you never know how I might be able to use that. I did decide to add just a little bit of my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black to the lower left hand side of this layout. I actually got a little bit right here, a stray dot, and a tiny one right there, but hopefully it's not too noticeable. It adds character, right? But I like that there's just a little bit down here, and I think this one is done. So this is my first real full layout for whales. Thanks for watching.